President George W. Bush is being interviewed right now somewhere else. We won't tell you so you don't change the channel. And he said something about going at the press and how dangerous it is. Take a listen.
I consider the media to be indispensable to democracy. That we need an independent media to hold people like me to account. I mean, power can be very addictive, and it can be corrosive, and it's important for the media to call to account people who abuse their power, whether it be here or elsewhere.
Impact of the former president saying this?
Yeah, look, there's nobody that was beat up more, in my estimation, than George W. Bush by the press. He had a shoe thrown at him during a press conference in Iraq.
That wasn't by us, by the way. Just to keep people's consciences clear.
I don't think it's going to have an impact on how the Trump administration runs, but I think that he's making a point better than we can make it, because people don't trust us and people think we're biased in defending ourselves, which is, even though the press isn't always fair, even though sometimes we are biased, when we give people in power a hard time, it forces them to make their point more effectively, and it makes it harder for them to misuse their power.
And that's our job, and thank you, President Bush. Thank you, President Bush, for speaking up for what he thinks is one of the underpinnings of democracy. You know, absolute power corrupts, is what basically he was saying. He said it's addictive, and that is what the journalists are supposed to be tasked with, is holding their feet to the fire. And it's just nice to hear it from a former president who, as you say, was on the receiving end of some bad press.